Emotions are like the winds that blow through the sky. They can't be controlled, but we can learn to navigate them with grace. These timeless words from Gautama Buddha remind us of the inherent beauty and complexity of our emotional landscape. In a world where emotions often swirl like tempestuous storms, finding serenity amidst the chaos can feel like an elusive dream. But fear not, for the teachings of Buddhism offer us a guiding light, a path to cultivate emotional well-being and inner harmony. Imagine you're standing on the shore of a vast ocean, watching as the waves rise and fall with the rhythm of life. In much the same way, our emotions ebb and flow, carrying us on a journey of highs and lows. But just as a skilled sailor learns to navigate turbulent waters, we too can learn to ride the waves of our emotions with skill and wisdom. Throughout history, Gautama Buddha, the enlightened sage, has offered profound insights into the nature of our inner world. His teachings provide us with a roadmap for understanding and embracing the full spectrum of human emotions, from the gentle breeze of joy to the raging tempest of anger. Today, we'll explore 10 habits inspired by Buddhist teachings that have the power to transform our relationship with emotions. These habits aren't just theoretical concepts. They're practical tools that we can integrate into our daily lives to cultivate greater emotional balance and well-being. So, grab a cup of tea, find a cozy spot to settle in, and let's embark on this journey together. Get ready to discover how mindfulness, compassion, and gratitude can become your compass as we navigate the seas of emotion. Habit 1. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness, a cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, is a state of heightened awareness and presence in the current moment. It involves paying deliberate attention to our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surroundings without judgment. In Buddhism, mindfulness is not just a technique, but a way of life, a profound shift in perception that leads to greater clarity, peace, and liberation from suffering. Imagine this. You're sitting beneath the shade of a Bodhi tree, the gentle rustle of leaves soothing your senses. Your mind is a calm pond, reflecting the beauty of the present moment without distortion or distraction. This is the essence of mindfulness, the ability to be fully immersed in the here and now, free from the shackles of past regrets or future anxieties. But why is mindfulness so crucial in Buddhism? Simply put, it serves as a gateway to deeper understanding and insight into the nature of reality and the self. By observing our thoughts and emotions with compassionate detachment, we begin to unravel the habitual patterns of the mind and cultivate a profound sense of inner peace. Mindfulness has been scientifically proven to have numerous benefits for our emotional well-being. When we're mindful, we're better able to regulate our emotions and respond to life's challenges with greater resilience and clarity. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we can break free from the cycle of rumination and worry that often fuels stress and anxiety. So, how can we incorporate mindfulness into our daily lives? It's simpler than you might think. Start by carving out a few moments each day to sit in quiet contemplation, focusing on your breath or the sensations in your body. As you go about your daily activities, bring mindful awareness to each task, whether it's washing dishes, walking in nature, or sipping a cup of tea. Notice the colors, textures, and sounds around you, allowing yourself to fully immerse in the richness of the present moment. Mindfulness meditation can be a powerful tool for cultivating mindfulness. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. Remember, mindfulness isn't about emptying the mind of thoughts, but rather observing them with curiosity and compassion. By practicing mindfulness consistently, we can gradually rewire our brains and transform our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. So, Let's take a deep breath, anchor ourselves in the present moment, and embark on this journey of self-discovery and inner peace together. Habit 2. Cultivate gratitude. In the tapestry of Buddhist teachings, gratitude is woven as a golden thread, connecting us to the richness of life and fostering emotional well-being. It is the practice of acknowledging and appreciating the countless blessings that surround us, both big and small. In Buddhism, gratitude is not merely a polite gesture, but a profound recognition of interconnectedness and the preciousness of each moment. But why is gratitude so essential in Buddhism? At its core, gratitude is a radical shift in perspective, a shift from scarcity to abundance, from complaint to contentment. By cultivating gratitude, we train our minds to focus on the goodness in our lives, even amidst adversity. This shift in mindset not only enhances our emotional well-being, but also opens the door to greater resilience and inner peace. So, how can we cultivate gratitude in our daily lives? One powerful technique is keeping a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for, whether it's a warm cup of tea, a kind word from a friend, or the beauty of a sunset. By regularly acknowledging these blessings, you'll gradually rewire your brain to notice and appreciate the abundance that surrounds you. Another powerful practice is gratitude meditation. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and bring to mind someone or something you're grateful for. As you hold this person or thing in your heart, allow yourself to bask in the warm glow of gratitude, letting it wash over you like a gentle wave. Notice how your body and mind respond to this practice, and cultivate a sense of openness and receptivity to the blessings in your life. By making gratitude a daily practice, we can transform our lives from ones of scarcity and discontent to ones of abundance and joy. So, let's embrace the gift of gratitude and allow it to illuminate our path towards greater emotional well-being and fulfillment. Habit 3. Develop compassion. In the heart of Buddhist philosophy lies the principle of compassion, a boundless reservoir of love and kindness that embraces all beings without exception. Compassion is not merely a sentiment, but a profound recognition of our shared humanity and interconnectedness. It is the gentle hand that soothes our wounds, the guiding light that leads us towards greater emotional well-being and fulfillment. But what exactly is compassion in the context of Buddhism? And why is it so crucial for our emotional well-being? At its core, compassion is the heartfelt desire for the alleviation of suffering, both our own and that of others. It is the willingness to open our hearts to the joys and sorrows of the world, to recognize the inherent dignity and worth of every living being. Studies have shown that cultivating compassion can have profound benefits for our emotional well-being. When we extend compassion towards ourselves and others, we activate the brain's reward centers, triggering feelings of happiness and fulfillment. Moreover, compassion has been linked to lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression, as well as greater resilience in the face of adversity. So, how can we cultivate compassion in our daily lives? One powerful technique is loving kindness meditation, also known as metta meditation. Begin by finding a comfortable posture and closing your eyes. Then, silently repeat phrases of loving kindness towards yourself and others, such as, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I be at peace." As you continue this practice, allow yourself to genuinely feel the warmth and kindness radiating from your heart towards yourself and all beings. Another way to cultivate compassion is through acts of kindness and generosity. Take time each day to perform small acts of kindness towards yourself and others, whether it's offering a smile to a stranger, lending a helping hand to a friend in need, or simply taking care of your own well-being. By embodying compassion in action, we can create a ripple effect of kindness and positivity that uplifts both ourselves and those around us. Compassion is not just a virtue to aspire to, but a path to greater emotional well-being and happiness. By nurturing compassion in our hearts and minds, we can cultivate a deeper sense of connection, empathy, and joy in our lives. So, let us embrace the transformative power of compassion and allow it to guide us towards a more compassionate world for all beings. Habit 4. Let go of attachments. In the tapestry of Buddhist wisdom, the teaching of impermanence stands as a profound reminder of the ever-changing nature of existence. Impermanence, or the concept that all things are transient and subject to change, lies at the heart of Buddhist philosophy. Yet it is our attachment to the fleeting pleasures and possessions of the world that often leads to suffering and emotional distress. Imagine you're holding a delicate flower in your hand, marveling at its beauty and fragrance. But as you grasp it tightly, trying to preserve its beauty forever, the flower begins to wither and fade. In much the same way, our attachment to people, possessions, and experiences can lead to suffering when we resist the natural flow of change and impermanence. So, why is letting go of attachment so crucial for our emotional well-being? At its core, attachment arises from a mistaken belief that our happiness and security depend on external conditions or relationships. When these conditions inevitably change or disappear, we're left feeling anxious, disappointed, or bereft. By clinging to the past or longing for the future, we rob ourselves of the joy and peace that can be found in the present moment. Fortunately, Buddhism offers us powerful strategies for letting go of attachments and embracing change with equanimity. One such strategy is mindfulness, the practice of non-judgmental awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. By observing our attachments with compassionate detachment, we can begin to untangle the web of desires that entrap us and find freedom in the present moment. Another strategy is cultivating a deep understanding of impermanence. Reflect on the transient nature of all things, from the changing seasons to the fleeting moments of joy and sorrow. By embracing impermanence as a natural and unavoidable aspect of life, we can learn to let go of attachments with grace and acceptance. The practice of gratitude can help us shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have. Take time each day to appreciate the blessings in your life, whether it's the warmth of the sun on your skin or the love of friends and family. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we can loosen the grip of attachment and find contentment in the present moment. Letting go of attachments is not about renouncing the world or denying ourselves pleasure. It's about recognizing the impermanent and interdependent nature of reality and finding freedom in letting go. By embracing change with equanimity, we can open ourselves to the ever-unfolding beauty and wonder of life, free from the bonds of attachment. Habit 5. Practice forgiveness. In the tapestry of Buddhist teachings, forgiveness is a thread that binds us to the transformative power of compassion and liberation. It is a profound act of letting go, a release of resentment, anger, and hurt that frees both the forgiver and the forgiven from the chains of suffering. In Buddhism, forgiveness is not merely a moral obligation, but a path to greater emotional well-being and spiritual growth. So, why is forgiveness so important in Buddhism? At its core, forgiveness is an expression of compassion, a recognition of our shared humanity and the inherent dignity of all beings. When we forgive, we acknowledge that everyone is fallible and capable of making mistakes. By letting go of our grievances, we release ourselves from the cycle of suffering and open the door to healing and reconciliation. Moreover, forgiveness has been scientifically proven to have numerous positive effects on emotional well-being. Studies have shown that forgiving others can lead to lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression, as well as greater feelings of happiness and inner peace. Additionally, practicing self-forgiveness can help us overcome feelings of guilt and shame, allowing us to move forward with greater resilience and self-compassion. So, how can we cultivate forgiveness in our daily lives? One powerful technique is loving kindness meditation, where we extend forgiveness towards ourselves and others. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and visualize the person you wish to forgive or ask for forgiveness from. Silently repeat phrases of forgiveness and compassion, such as, "May you be free from suffering," "May you be at peace." As you continue this practice, allow yourself to genuinely feel the warmth and kindness radiating from your heart towards yourself and all beings. Another way to practice forgiveness is through the practice of empathy and understanding. Take time to put yourself in the shoes of the person who has wronged you, acknowledging their humanity and the circumstances that may have led to their actions. By cultivating empathy, we can soften our hearts and find it easier to forgive others. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, a pathway to healing, liberation, and inner peace. By embracing forgiveness in our hearts and minds, we can transcend the limitations of anger and resentment and create space for love, compassion, and reconciliation to flourish. So let us choose forgiveness as a guiding light on our journey towards greater emotional well-being and harmony. Habit 6. Cultivate generosity. In the garden of Buddhist teachings, generosity blooms as a fragrant flower, enriching both giver and receiver with its boundless beauty and abundance. Known as dana in Pali, the practice of generosity is a cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, a sacred offering of resources, time, and kindness that nurtures the seeds of compassion and interconnectedness within us all. In Buddhism, generosity is not just a virtue, but a transformative practice that holds the key to greater emotional well-being and spiritual fulfillment. Picture this. You're walking down a bustling street and you notice a homeless person sitting on the sidewalk, their eyes downcast and hands outstretched in silent supplication. In that moment, you feel a stirring in your heart, a call to action, a desire to alleviate the suffering of another being. As you reach into your pocket and offer a few coins or a kind word, you feel a sense of warmth and connection that transcends words or deeds. So why is generosity so important in Buddhism? At its core, generosity is an expression of loving kindness, a recognition of our shared humanity and the interconnected web of existence. When we give freely and selflessly, we cultivate a spirit of abundance and goodwill that nourishes our own hearts and minds as much as those of others. Moreover, generosity is a powerful antidote to the poison of greed and selfishness, helping us break free from the cycle of craving and dissatisfaction that often leads to suffering. But how can we cultivate generosity in our daily lives? One practical way is through acts of kindness towards others. Take time each day to perform small acts of kindness, whether it's offering a smile to a stranger, lending a listening ear to a friend in need, or performing random acts of kindness for those around you. By infusing your interactions with kindness and generosity, you create a ripple effect of positivity and goodwill that uplifts both yourself and those around you. Another way to cultivate generosity is through charitable giving. Consider donating your time, money, or resources to organizations and causes that align with your values and passions, whether it's volunteering at a local shelter, donating to a charity, or supporting a crowdfunding campaign. Every act of generosity, no matter how small, makes a difference in the lives of others. Habit 7. Foster mindful communication. In the vast expanse of Buddhist wisdom, mindful communication shines as a beacon of light, guiding us towards deeper connection, understanding, and emotional well-being. Rooted in the teachings of compassion and mindfulness, mindful communication is not merely a skill, but a sacred practice, an expression of presence, empathy, and loving kindness that nurtures harmony and connection in our relationships. So, why is mindful communication so significant in Buddhism? At its core, mindful communication is an embodiment of the Buddhist principles of right speech and right action, a commitment to speaking and listening with integrity, compassion, and mindfulness. When we communicate mindfully, we cultivate greater awareness of our thoughts, words, and emotions, leading to greater clarity, empathy, and connection in our relationships. Moreover, mindful communication has a profound impact on emotional well-being. By fostering deeper connection and understanding in our relationships, we create a supportive environment where emotions can be expressed and honored with compassion and empathy. This, in turn, leads to greater emotional resilience, satisfaction, and harmony in our lives. But how can we practice mindful communication in our daily lives? Here are some tips. 1. Practice active listening. Instead of simply waiting for your turn to speak, listen attentively to what the other person is saying. Give them your full presence and attention, and try to understand their perspective without judgment or interruption. 2. Speak with kindness and empathy. Choose your words carefully and speak from a place of kindness and empathy. Be mindful of how your words might impact others and strive to communicate with sensitivity and compassion. 3. Cultivate empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to understand their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Approach conversations with curiosity and a genuine desire to connect with the other person on a deeper level. Practice nonviolent communication. Use I statements to express your thoughts and feelings without blaming or criticizing others. Focus on expressing yourself honestly and assertively while respecting the dignity and autonomy of others. 5. Take pauses. Before responding to a conversation, take a moment to pause and reflect on what was said. This allows you to respond mindfully rather than react impulsively, leading to more constructive and meaningful communication. Mindful communication is a sacred practice that allows us to cultivate deeper connection, understanding, and empathy in our relationships. By speaking and listening with mindfulness and compassion, we create a space where emotions can be expressed and honored with kindness and empathy, leading to greater emotional well-being and fulfillment in our lives. So, let us embrace the practice of mindful communication as a powerful tool for nurturing harmony and connection in our relationships and in the world around us. Habit 8. Prioritize self-care. In the gentle currents of Buddhist teachings, self-care flows as a stream of nourishment, replenishing the body, mind, and spirit with the essence of compassion and mindfulness. Rooted in the principle of loving kindness towards oneself, self-care is not a luxury, but a sacred duty, a commitment to nurturing our well-being and inner peace amidst life's challenges and responsibilities. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a lush forest, surrounded by towering trees and the symphony of nature's sounds. As you breathe in the crisp, fresh air, you feel a sense of grounding and renewal wash over you, a reminder of the importance of tending to your own well-being amidst the busyness of life. So, why is self-care so important in Buddhism? At its core, self-care is an expression of self-compassion, a recognition of our inherent worth and the need to nurture our physical, mental, and emotional health. When we prioritize self-care, we honor the interconnectedness of body and mind, recognizing that our well-being is intricately linked to the well-being of all beings. Self-care plays a crucial role in maintaining emotional well-being. By taking time to rest, recharge, and nourish ourselves, we create a foundation of resilience and balance that allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and equanimity. This, in turn, leads to greater emotional stability, satisfaction, and fulfillment in our lives. But how can we practice self-care in alignment with Buddhist teachings? Here are some suggestions inspired by the wisdom of the Buddha. First, meditation. Dedicate time each day to sit in quiet meditation, cultivating mindfulness and inner peace. Whether it's focusing on the breath, practicing loving-kindness meditation, or simply sitting in silent awareness, meditation is a powerful tool for nurturing the mind and spirit. Second, exercise. Engage in regular physical activity that nourishes your body and uplifts your spirits. Whether it's yoga, walking in nature, or dancing to your favorite music, find activities that bring joy and vitality to your life. 3. Healthy eating. Fuel your body with nourishing, wholesome foods that support your physical and mental well-being. Embrace a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, and practice mindful eating to savor each bite and cultivate gratitude for the nourishment it provides. 4. Rest and relaxation. Prioritize rest and relaxation as essential components of self-care. Set aside time each day to unwind and recharge, whether it's through a warm bath, reading a book, or simply enjoying a cup of tea in quiet solitude. 5. Cultivate joy. Seek out activities and experiences that bring joy and fulfillment to your life. Whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing creative hobbies, or immersing yourself in nature, prioritize activities that nourish your soul and uplift your spirits. Self-care is a sacred practice that allows us to honor and nurture our well-being with love, compassion, and mindfulness. By prioritizing self-care inspired by Buddhist teachings, we create a foundation of resilience and balance that allows us to thrive amidst life's challenges and uncertainties. So, let us embrace the practice of self-care as a sacred duty, a commitment to nurturing our well-being and inner peace with kindness and compassion, both for ourselves and for all beings. Habit 9. Embrace imperfection. In the gentle embrace of Buddhist philosophy, imperfection is celebrated as a precious jewel, a reflection of the inherent beauty and impermanence of life itself. Rooted in the Japanese aesthetic of wabi-sabi, the concept of embracing imperfection invites us to find beauty in the imperfect, the flawed, and the transient. In Buddhism, imperfection is not a sign of failure, but a reminder of our shared humanity and the richness of the human experience. Consider this: you're walking through a serene garden where the delicate petals of a cherry blossom tree flutter gently in the breeze. As you pause to admire their beauty, you notice the imperfections, the gnarled branches, the faded leaves, the scars of time etched into their delicate forms. And yet, in their imperfection, they exude a quiet elegance and a timeless grace that touches your soul. So why is embracing imperfection so relevant to emotional well-being in Buddhism? At its core, embracing imperfection is an expression of self-compassion, a recognition of our inherent worth and the beauty of our flaws and vulnerabilities. When we let go of the relentless pursuit of perfection, we free ourselves from the chains of self-criticism and judgment, allowing space for acceptance, forgiveness, and growth. Moreover, embracing imperfection fosters greater emotional resilience and well-being. When we embrace our flaws and mistakes with self-compassion, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and wholeness that transcends external validation or achievement. This, in turn, leads to greater authenticity, self-acceptance, and fulfillment in our lives. 1. Practice self-awareness. Take time to reflect on your beliefs and expectations around perfectionism. Notice how they influence your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and cultivate self-awareness with kindness and curiosity. 2. Challenge perfectionist thinking. Challenge the belief that perfection is attainable or necessary for happiness and success. Remind yourself that imperfection is a natural and inevitable part of the human experience, and that growth and learning often come from making mistakes. 3. Cultivate self-compassion. Practice self-kindness. Treat yourself with care, patience, and acceptance, especially during times of struggle or failure. Give yourself the same warmth and support that you would naturally give to a close friend going through the same challenges. 4. Honor imperfection. Instead of hiding or blaming yourself for flaws and mistakes, honor them as signs of your humanity and uniqueness. See imperfection as a chance for growth, learning, and self-discovery. Celebrate the beauty of your imperfect yet perfectly human self. Accepting imperfection is a meaningful practice that allows us to embrace our whole humanity with love, compassion, and mindfulness. By letting go of perfectionism and welcoming our flaws with kindness, we open the door to true acceptance. This creates space for forgiveness, growth, and deeper emotional well-being, leading us toward more fulfillment in life. So let us remind viewers to see imperfection as a valuable gift, a gentle reminder of our shared humanity and the beauty of life's perfectly imperfect journey. Habit 10. Develop equanimity through the calm waters of Buddhist wisdom. Equanimity moves like a steady stream, a state of balance and inner peace that stays unshaken by the changing tides of life. Built on the principles of non-attachment and acceptance, equanimity is not about giving up, but about fully engaging with the present moment. It is the openness to welcome both joys and sorrows of life with grace and acceptance. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a wide ocean, watching the waves rise and fall with the natural rhythm of the tide. In that moment of equanimity, a quiet calm and clarity wash over you, like a soft breeze touching your skin. As you look toward the horizon, you see the impermanence of all things and realize the pointlessness of clinging to the waves or fearing their certain return to the sea. So, what does equanimity mean in Buddhism, and why is it so important for emotional well-being? At its heart, equanimity is a state of balanced awareness and, habit 10, nurture equanimity in the calm waters of Buddhist philosophy. Equanimity flows like a steady stream, a state of balanced awareness and inner peace that stays unshaken amid the changing tides of life. Grounded in the principles of non-attachment and acceptance, equanimity is not passive surrender, but an active presence in the moment. It is the willingness to meet both life's joys and sorrows with grace and acceptance. Picture yourself standing on the shore of a vast ocean, watching the waves rise and fall with the natural rhythm of the tide. In that state of equanimity, a deep sense of calm and clarity washes over you like a soft breeze brushing your skin. As your eyes rest on the horizon, you realize the impermanence of everything and the futility of clinging to the waves or fearing their certain return to the sea. So, what does equanimity mean in Buddhism, and why is it so vital for emotional well-being? At its heart, equanimity is a state of balanced awareness and acceptance, an understanding of the interconnectedness and impermanence of all things. When we practice equanimity, we release ourselves from the constant roller coaster of emotions and reactions that often bring suffering and dissatisfaction. Instead, we learn to face life's highs and lows with inner calm and steadiness, rooted in the wisdom of acceptance and non-attachment. Equanimity also strengthens our emotional resilience and overall well-being. Through this practice, we gain the ability to meet life's challenges with clarity, wisdom, and compassion, instead of reacting impulsively or being carried away by emotions. This leads to greater balance, deeper satisfaction, and true fulfillment in our lives. But how can we bring equanimity into our daily lives? Here are some methods inspired by Buddhist wisdom. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Set aside time each day for quiet meditation, cultivating mindfulness and awareness of the present moment by simply observing your thoughts, emotions, and sensations. With gentle detachment, you build the ability to respond to life with calm, equanimity, and acceptance. 2. Acceptance of life's ups and downs. Learn to accept life as it unfolds without clinging to or resisting the natural changes and uncertainties. Welcome both the joys and sorrows of life with equanimity, knowing that every experience is temporary and connected to a larger whole. 3. Cultivate loving kindness. Practice offering kindness to yourself and others no matter the situation. By extending goodwill and compassion to all beings, you nurture a sense of connection and equanimity that goes beyond personal likes or attachments. 4. Develop perspective. Broaden your view of life by recognizing the impermanence and interconnectedness of everything. Reflect on the fleeting nature of both happiness and sorrow, and grow gratitude for the richness and complexity of human life. Equanimity is a meaningful practice that helps us move through life's ups and downs with calm, acceptance, and compassion. By cultivating it within our hearts and minds, we open space for peace and stability, even amid the ever-changing tides of life. This leads to greater emotional well-being and true fulfillment. So let us welcome the practice of equanimity as a guiding light on our path toward deeper peace, wisdom, and freedom. Within the wisdom of Buddhism, we have explored 10 habits designed to nurture our emotional well-being, from mindfulness to equanimity. These practices bring powerful benefits such as stronger resilience, deeper connections, and greater contentment. By bringing these teachings into our daily lives, we begin a journey of self-discovery and transformation. Thank you for walking this path with us.